here we have Perrin.
Hi. Hello.
Welcome, Perrin.
Just give me a few minutes to share my screen. So, hello everybody. My name is Perrin Laxa, and today I'll be talking about the wonderful uses of mushrooms. So here's a little bit about me. I'm currently in my 10th year of homeschooling. I'm a 100 Youth Ambassador, one of the founders of the Divergence, and a Model United Nations enthusiast. I'm also active in my high school community, Hayanite. I'm the president of the Middle East branch of the Music Club, as well as the membership chair and co-vice president of the Communicators Club. Whenever I have free time, I enjoy learning new pieces on the piano or revisiting old ones I've studied before. Now, what is the first thing you think about when you hear the word mushroom? Maybe a mushroom pizza, mushroom Swiss burger, or puffballs fried in oil. You would probably think of the tiny tree-like things that you could buy at your local grocery store. Well, that's only a small percentage of what mushrooms really are. Literally. Although we've been eating mushrooms for hundreds of years, there's a lot that we didn't know about them. Mushrooms are only part of a bigger kingdom called fungi, specifically found in the phylum Basidiomycota. The small stubs you see are actually the tip of the iceberg. A mushroom is made out of the small root-like network of hyphae, while the edible mushroom you are familiar with is its way of reproducing. Mushrooms are also the largest life form in the world. While blue whales are the largest animal, the largest life form can be found in the Malheur National Forest in Oregon as a 3.5 square mile fungus from the species Armillaria ostorii. Mushrooms also have uses outside of being just a delicious dish. People have discovered that mushrooms can be used as some kind of semi-replacement for meat. So if you're planning to go on a diet, but still miss the wonderful joys of bacon, this could help you out. Even if it doesn't have as much protein as a nice ribeye steak, it surpasses meat in its amount of certain vitamins and minerals. Inventions like mushroom bacon are becoming a healthier, more popular option. Now, can you imagine the mushroom being used for fashion? No, it's not what you think. It's not a person dressed up as a mushroom. A couple of years ago, a company based in Indonesia figured out a way to turn mushrooms into leather. They did this by using leftover sawdust in containers as a means of growing the spores so that they are tightly woven, creating a material that is eco-friendly as well as long-lasting. Then they took it a step further and started selling it to fashion companies, who in turn made the leather into shoes. So why don't we see the process of how they turned mushrooms into leather? Okay, actually, let me quickly check if if my audio is shared. Can you guys hear?
We don't hear it yet.
Alrighty, so let me just quickly stop sharing and then I'll stop sharing and then reshare so that it's with the sound this time. Okay, let's see if this works. Can you guys hear it now? Ooh. Right. For some reason, I can't find the option that says share sound. I'm not sure why exactly.
Can you walk us through it? Talk to us about how they do it, because I'm now very curious. Or share the link in the chat.
Okay. So what I'm gonna do, I'm just going to play the video and then I'm gonna try to tell you guys what's happening. Okay, so let's start from the beginning. So here in the outskirts of Bandung, a city in Indonesia, something is being cultivated that could be of great value. Mushrooms. They rarely draw much attention. There are many species of mushrooms with many different properties. Some are nourishing, others contain medicinal properties. Here, they're the raw material of an innovative kind of textile. Mushroom is an ingredient to become a sustainable future leather. So this person comes from the family of mushroom farmers, and he founded a startup that grows mushrooms for food. But he quickly changed to develop mushroom leather. Compared to animal leather, mycelium leather has an advantage because it's easier to grow, it uses less water, and it uses less space. You can also use vertical farming. They feed their mushrooms with organic waste like sawdust. They source it locally. What's best for the woodmill is a recyclable treasure for them. First, the sawdust is cleaned with steam. Then it's mixed with tiny mushroom spores. They consume the sawdust, and at the outside of the sawdust blocks, tightly woven mycelium is being grown, which can be harvested in a few days. The process uses a fraction of the water made in standard leather production. This is a local business owner who makes and sells shoes. He's very keen on finding alternatives such as the mushroom leather. As the sales grew, he realized that he kept on damaging the environment every single time he would use normal leather. So at first he was confused or he was not sure how to use mushroom leather, but soon enough his team found a way to work with it. Mushroom leather can last for years at a time, and it's an eco-friendly way to create shoes. To this day, they're still discovering the advantages it has over leather. Right now, still has a higher cost because of the process to make it and the limited quality. This company that grows the leather already have orders up until 2027 because the demand is very huge. The company is growing. It used to have just 5 employees, but now it has 30. It monitors carefully the quality of its output. It tests its samples to see how durable they are. It also breeds its own mushrooms and works to optimize each kind of leather for the task at hand. It also gets some outside funding that helps sustain the startup.
Great job.
Now, I'm not finished yet. Mushrooms could not only be the material of our future clothes, but also the material of our future houses. People have developed a month-long process that can turn even a small sample of mushrooms into a normal-sized brick. This gives off a small percentage of the emissions that are made in the production of the normal brick. While the concept is still in its early stages, not as strong as concrete, People have used it to create pieces of art and architecture, one even being featured in New York. As the pandemic progressed, shopping became increasingly online, with e-commerce retail sales occupying around a third of all retail in the UK alone from November 2018 to January 2021. I meant 2022. The market for more sustainable forms of packaging material is growing as well. As the months went by, the average percent of retail sales being online purchases increased, shown by the trend line on this graph. Since most of the data points, or tops of the bars, fall close to the upper moving line, you can identify that the data points show a strong positive correlation. From the graph, we can also see that it has a slope of around 5% every 14 months. To put it simply, it's clear that the online industry is going to be an integral part of our. One day, you may find that the styrofoam in your package is made of, you guessed it, mushrooms. Now, you don't have to build a house or create the next trendy shoe to contribute to helping the environment. Growing mushrooms is already a big help in cutting down your carbon footprint because of its efficiency, requiring only 1.8 gallons of water, 1 kilowatt of energy, and around 0.14 feet of soil to make 1 pound of harvest. The mushroom is definitely one of the most sustainable crops there is. Because of the mushroom's small size, you can easily plant multiple square feet of them and also apply vertical farming. The growing of mushrooms already helps with three different SDGs. First, mushrooms are a cost-effective way to increase farmers' revenue all year round, so they can help with SDG number one. Secondly, since mushrooms are very easy to grow and require little effort compared to other crops, farming mushrooms also help with SDG number two, as they can be a snack that you can grow all year round. Finally, mushrooms also provide many vitamins and minerals in one package, helping with SDG number 3. I believe that we should all be stewards of God's creation. After all, this world is one that He gave us to take care of. Thank you so much for your time. I'm open to any questions in mind.
Perrin, I wish we had time for questions right now, but we've actually gone into the next presenter's time by a minute. So thank you so much for jumping in. I really think this is a fabulous presentation, and you should be on the schedule January to intentionally present it so that we have more time for questions. Okay?
Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you.
Thank you, Perrin.